Welcome back, everyone. Mr. Man Talks, back with another firearm to review. This one is a Springfield Armory 9mm 1911. Stand by. Hey, everyone. I should be doing other things today, but I decided that today would be a good day to do a gun review. I love sitting there and showing off certain guns, some that are near and dear to my heart to me. This is one of them. Springfield Armory Target 1911 in 9mm. As you can see, if you're familiar with them, it's been modded. Everyone likes to customize things. I have my own preference on what I like to do with my 1911s, and I'll go over it in just a second. All right, let's work from the front, work our way back. First thing you'll see here, we have the white dot sights. Now, this is directly from Springfield Armory. I ordered it. This is the sight that it actually comes with. It is a blacked out sight and blacked out rear. If you can see that. I prefer the white dot. Installed that, pretty simple. Work our way back. Let's lock this thing open. Took out the full-length guide rod. I am not a fan of the full-length guide rod. Here are the parts. It's a two-piece guide rod. I really don't care for it. It just makes taking down a little bit easier once you remove this. You have to use a Allen head screw, and that's how it goes in your gun. I prefer not to use that. First thing I do with all my 1911s, I don't have that many anymore, but this one was going to be a shooter. I enjoy shooting it without the full-length guide rod. As you can see, I have a GI takedown with a standard bushing and standard GI guide rod and updated recoil spring. Those are two of the first modifications that I did. Work our way back. You can see I have a single-sided safety. This actually comes with an ambi safety. I do not like ambi safeties, so there again, I did an upgrade. Working our way back further, wood grips. So wood grips look really nice. I don't care for the wood grips as far as when I go to the range and shooting. Packmer grips work really well. You can see it wraps around the front. It's a rubberized texture. It really sticks to your hand pretty well, and it's a direct replacement. Use the original screws to hold it in. Pretty good setup. Lastly, well, second to lastly, one of the big things that I did, replace the mainspring housing. This is the original one. As you can see, it has the internal locking system right here. Kind of sucks. It also uses a shorter recoil spring, so you can hammer spring. So you can't use a full-size hammer spring in here without making some modifications. I didn't want to make the modifications. I think I spent about 40 bucks on this. Matches perfect, drops right in. And I was able to use the springs that I wanted to use, which is this set right here. It's a Wilson Combat complete spring set for a full-size government model 1911. And I replaced all the springs in here. So the recoil spring, hammer spring, firing pin spring, mainspring, all that comes with this, and it tells you what the weights are. So it's an 18.5 pound recoil spring, extra power firing pin spring, a 16 pound hammer spring, and mag catch spring, which I replaced. Sear spring, which actually I did not need any adjustments on this. It worked out perfect. So those are the major upgrades that I did to it, with the exception of this. So when I installed this, I also installed this single-sided safety. I do not like ambi safeties on my 1911s, just like I don't like fiber optics. I'm going to figure out something to do with my blacked out rear. I do like it. It picks it up pretty well. I don't like these corners. Maybe I'll trim them down, or maybe I'll replace it with an aftermarket. But single-sided safety, I prefer this versus the ambi safety. You can see I have a little bit of scratches on there, but this is a stainless gun. But I enjoy this much better. I was able to fit it. It works perfectly fine, and it works well. Let's get into some of the other items. So this is the 9mm magazine that comes with this handgun. You could order the same ones from Springfield Armory if you want to. Don't know why you would. I mean, if it came with the handgun, it's fine. I'm not going to sit there and replace it with the same style of magazine. You can see on this one, the magazine is completely secure. You can't disassemble this one, but you can add a bumper pad. That's what those two holes are for. This only holds 9 rounds of 9mm, and I found when I'm loading this, as far as pushing down the rounds, it will get hung up around here sometimes. If you don't load it correctly, then during firing, I found out that this magazine would jam on me about halfway through. It would catch on something in there. You can't really disassemble this magazine without really destroying it. I'm not going to do that. But it does fit flush. If that's something that's important to you, I could care less about that. I want a magazine that works, and they'll be fun at the range. Seeing how the most you could actually hold with these is 10 rounds. So I purchased the Brownell version. Holds 10 rounds, made in the USA. Has a bumper pad on it. Extends just a little bit past the edge of the gun, or the end of the grips, and actually functions flawlessly. So I have 3 of these. I'm going to order some more. This thing is a hoot to shoot. I'll roll in some footage of me at the range, just a few shots, few clips, but it's actually a lot of fun to shoot. It's super soft on recoil. And if you wanted to sit there and have a fun, good-looking 1911 that's not shooting expensive 45, and you have plenty of 9mm like I do, that's why I picked this up. I picked this up used from a kid that wanted a 365 that I had. Traded the 365. I've been very happy with this. I also had another one new in box that's in stock configuration that I never shot. I just sold that to a buddy. I always buy stuff in pairs like Noah's Ark. So this is a real fun gun at the range. I wouldn't use it for anything more than that, but you know, you want to go out and shoot 1911s, 9mm, you can't really beat it. It's such a soft shooting gun. So hopefully you like this video. If you have any questions, please leave them below, comments below. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.